Today, I'm going through the worst LEGO sets of every theme this year. Some of the sets I won't be doing due to either none of them being bad, or if there's just too little to choose from. Subscribe if you enjoy. First off, we have LEGO Animal Crossing. And I think the worst set this year is set 77046, Julian's Birthday Party. I just feel like there's not much going on with this set. A little bit of grass, a table, a tree, some presents, not much creativity. The only redeeming factor is the minifigure because he looks pretty cool, but other than that, I would not purchase this. Next up we have LEGO Art, and for this one I'm choosing set 31211 The Parrots as the worst set this year for this theme. There just wasn't many others to choose from, but this set is definitely the worst by far in LEGO Art. It's just a parrot, whereas all the other ones are really cool galaxy art pieces or famous art pieces. So the parrot is just not it. For LEGO Brickheads, I've chosen set 40674 Stitch. This was a really hard choice as all Brickheads usually have consistency in their style, but I had to go with Stitch as the worst. His face just doesn't look right, and that's the only nitpick I have. And I spent ages looking at all the Brickheads released this year, and I was trying to decide for a while, but ultimately Stitch takes the cake for the worst set this year. For LEGO City, I've gone with set 60436, the Advent Calendar 2024. I couldn't really decide on many other sets, as they all look unique in their own way, but this Advent Calendar is very lackluster. A few minifigs with a Christmas jumper slapped on them, and some little mini builds, which you'll probably just add to your piece straw. The one thing I do like about this is the Santa minifigure, but that's not good enough, unfortunately. And I know Advent Calendars are not supposed to be amazing, but out of all the sets this year, this one is easily the worst and the most underwhelming. For LEGO Creator, I've gone with set 31145, the Red Dragon. The cheapest set that was released this year for LEGO Creator and easily the worst, which is understandable. It's a goofy looking dragon that doesn't have much going for it. I would much prefer to buy the flatbed truck with the helicopter for an extra $10, but each to their own. For LEGO DC, I've gone with the absolute worst set, and it's not even close. Set 76273, the Batman construction figure with the Batpod bike, is ugly. Super ugly. I would never buy this, and I wouldn't even accept it if it was free. The bike looks terrible, and Batman looks goofy. It's just not my cup of tea, and never will be. LEGO Minions. Not much to choose from here, but I've gone with set 75582, the Brick Built Gru and Minions. This set isn't bad in my opinion, but it's the worst of this year so far. The Brick Built Minions look weird and it just doesn't sit right with me. And don't get me started on Gru. I know LEGO tries their best with these buildable figures, but they just ain't hitting the soft spot. I honestly dislike buildable figures, and the only theme that does them remotely good is Star Wars. For LEGO Disney, I've gone with set number 43235, Ariel's Music Stage. I am not a fan of LEGO Disney, and I'll probably never buy it, but after looking at all the sets that they've released this year, this is by far the worst one. Two very small builds, and in my opinion, isn't good for playability or display. Just a wacky looking set, especially for £13. For LEGO Fortnite, we've gone with the cheapest set, which is set number 77070, the Durr Burger. Cheapest doesn't always mean worst, but in this case, it is. Compared to the other LEGO Fortnite sets, this one is the least creative, the least interesting, and just disappointing. They should have at least added a Beef Boss minifigure to go with it, but the damage is done now. I will be picking up this set just for my piece draw. LEGO Friends. For this theme, I've gone with set 42615, the Pet Adoption Day. There is loads of little miniature builds, and don't get me wrong, it's great for play, but just outright ugly to look at. They come with a different style of minifig, which just looks weird to me, and even the stalls look boring and basic, so it's a no from me. As for Harry Potter, I've gone with set 76425, the Hedgehog at 4 Privet Drive. The main build looks ugly, and the set looks very tiny. You can get so much better from LEGO Harry Potter, so just save that £20 because this set is bad. Now, I couldn't choose for LEGO Jurassic World, so I went with set 76963, the Baby Dinosaur Rescue Center. This set is not bad, but it's not the best. All the separate little builds are really putting this set down, as all the dinosaurs and minifigures look great, even the Jeep. If you haven't noticed already, I hate little tiny builds on their own. They're just a waste of space and loot rubbish. This next set is good for the price, but the worst looking out of all of them. LEGO Marvel has released some bangers this year so far, but set 76287, Iron Man with bike and the Hulk is not great. For the small price you have to pay for this set, it isn't half bad, but if you already have an Iron Man figure and a Hulk figure, then this set is just a waste of money. A tiny build that looks ugly, with a wiener and a glass bottle? Yeah, not for me. And Iron Man's bike is about 4 times the size of him. And I know it's a 4+ set, but this is just the worst set of LEGO Marvel this year. If you're enjoying this video, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe with your nose. I bet you one Milky Way bar that you can't. Also, thank you all for the continued support. I really appreciate it. Back to the video. For LEGO Minecraft, I've gone with set 21251, Steve's Desert Expedition. The Phantom build is cool, and so is the camel, but everything else is just lackluster. I think Minecraft sets are bad in general, but this one takes the cake for worst set. I've decided to leave out Ninjago, because most of the sets this year are really good, and it's hard to choose from. But when I do my favourite sets of every theme this year, you'll see my favourite Ninjago set. But there is no bad ones in my opinion. For worst Sonic the Hedgehog set, I've gone with set number 40672, the Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles and Shadow. I just think the rest of the sets in this theme are cooler than a few Brickheads, and the Brickheads don't even look great. I have seen a lot better looking Brickheads, and the normal Sonic sets look cooler than this, way cooler. So that's why I've picked this set for this theme, because it's the least creative for a Sonic the Hedgehog set. For Speed Champions, it was tough, as they're all cars, unique and cool in their own way. So I chose this because I think it's the ugliest car released this year. In my opinion, 76935, the NASCAR ZL1, is just too in your face, and I don't like the colours that much at all. The set looks like it has a lot of stickers for such a small set, and the minifigure isn't anything special either. But like I said, they're all unique in their own way, but when it comes to personal preference, this one is just not the one. For LEGO Star Wars, I've gone with set 75392, the Creative Play Droid Builder. I don't even think I need to explain why this is my least favourite of this year for Star Wars, but I will anyway. The droids look ugly and silly, and if I ever got this set, the PCs would be straight in the piece stock. So you're basically paying £90 for a minifigure in the end, and that's just not right. The minifigure is cool, but it's really nothing special. So this deserves to be at the worst set of LEGO Star Wars this year. Most of the sets in LEGO Mario are bad, like very bad. But in my opinion, this one takes the cake. For the price of £45, you can get four Brit-built characters, which look really bad. You get 5 little side builds, which look ugly together and alone. And this would just not look great for display or play. And personally, I think it belongs in the bin. And for LEGO Technic, I do not like any of them. I've never liked Technic, and I never will, as I'm just not good enough to build them. Subscribe to see the best set of every theme in 2024.